Recently, I've been getting several questions about some plumbing issues that seem to have come to light, basically about polyethylene plumbing. People talk about Apex and other brands, Kitech. One of the things that has happened is over the last several months, 9 different class action lawsuits have been filed against different plumbing manufacturers and providers. We want to make sure that you understand how important it is. The first case that was initiated was with Kitech Plumbing. The nice thing about that is if you have it in your house or one that your buyer is considering, go above the water heater and it actually has Kitech printed on the piping. But you can see if you're involved there, the Kitech case has millions of dollars available from that class action suit. But anyone who has either had failed plumbing or has the plumbing in their house has until January of next year to file a claim. So here's some information for you about polyethylene plumbing and what concerns there seem to be in the legal world.
All right, we're going to stop for a moment. I want you to open up your those folders that I gave you because I want to bring up something that I don't want to run out of time. This is off topic but important. All right, in there on the left-hand side, there is a thing that says Kitech Plumbing. Has anybody heard of Kitech? Has anybody heard of polyethylene? No. Polybutylene? Copper? PVC? CPVC? All right. Polybutylene was made by the Shell Corporation and was put in a lot of high-rise condominiums, especially down in Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, down in the area. And that particular product actually blows apart the walls. And that's polybutylene. Polyethylene you will see on a lot of houses that we have today. Kitech is one brand name of polyethylene. Kitech has a class action lawsuit because it comes apart. So what I did was I brought some Kitech so I could show you guys what it looks like, because you need to know. It was put in homes between 1995 and 2007. And when you look at this, what I want you to look at is it has an outer layer and an inner layer, and then a real inner layer. And the middle layer of that has aluminum in it. And so plumbers love this stuff because it's very flexible. You can bend it. So what do you think happens when I bend this to fit it in a wall? What do you think happens to the aluminum? It bends, it cracks. This was tested under heat. The heat was supposed to take us 180 degrees. But they have found out after 10 years, it doesn't take the heat as well anymore. So instead of taking 180 degrees, it only takes 160, 140, 130. Also, the crimp connections, the connections on it, they are now finding out that a lot of the connections were brass connections made in China. They weren't made to specific specifications, and they're not supposed to be exposed to oxygen or water. And so here's the problem. I'm going to tell you the problem. I buy a house from you. I expect, when I buy a house from you, that sometime I will have to replace the furnace. Right? I'm going to live for 20 years. I'm going to have to replace the furnace. I accept that. I expect that. I don't expect to have to replace all the trunk line. Right? I buy a house from you and it has a water heater. I expect that I'm going to have to replace the water heater. What I don't expect is to have to replace all of the plumbing in the walls. So, if you look up Kitech, or if you have Kitech, and it's very specific, and I've given you a cheat sheet there, it's very specific. It says right on it it's Kitech. It's got, first they had a recall. The plumbers were supposed to send it back. The suppliers were supposed to send it back to the manufacturer. I'm not sure how many did that. Then it became a class action lawsuit with $125 million in the lawsuit. It's almost somewhat like the days of LP siding, for those of you that remember that, okay? What happens on this is it's not a matter of if it's going to leak, it's a matter of when. And they know that, so here's what they're asking people to do, is get on their website and file a claim, even if you don't have a leak. Because if you don't file a claim prior to January 9th, 2020, then when the class action is over with and the pool of money is left, you get nothing.
What year?
So it's 1995 to 2007. But here's the thing. So that's on the new construction. But what if you have a house that you've had a water heater replaced in that amount of time? So you might have a water heater that was replaced, and when they replaced the water heater, they replaced the plumbing. I'll bet you they have.
So is it always the orange, right?
It's orange and blue for Kitech. Sometimes it can be white, I think, but they'll always put their brand name on it. Okay, now, I put this sheet together for you guys, right? And this was for 2 classes ago. And since then, we've done a little bit of research. There are 7 other brands of polyethylene that now have either class action lawsuits in the works, and some of them are already got, you go ahead and file on it, but they don't have the funds set up yet because the settlement hasn't been finished. So we now have several different kinds of plumbing. So the bottom line is, for you or your clients, where does this put you if you sell a house that has polyethylene plumbing in it?
Is this updated?
No, this one just came out today.
Patty, does your company identify it on their home inspection?
On the home inspection, so let's talk about the home inspection. We're not responsible for class action lawsuits or recalls or any of that. How would we know? You guys didn't know, right? But what we're doing is, if it's got polyethylene, if it has a brand that we can find that has a class action lawsuit, we'll put some term in there that says that this type of plumbing or this brand has known deficiencies, and to contact a licensed plumber.
I don't get any calls at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, yeah. Well, but you know, and you think about that. What they're saying, and here's what the consumers see about this on the internet, by the way. If you purchased a home with Kitech plumbing, your home is worth $30,000 less than the day you bought it. That's what's on the internet about it. Because this wasn't a builder issue. This is a plumber issue. The plumbers loved it. So these are in vinyl villages all the way up to the most expensive homes that we have.
It was
Yes.
quick for them to install it, didn't have to solder joints. It was easy.
Right. No, it was very quick and very easy. So it's not like some people have said, well, what builder used it? It's not the builders, it's the plumbers. We called 5 plumbing companies. 4 of them didn't even know that there were any class action lawsuits on this stuff. No idea. Yes.
Okay, is this used only for water lines, or is it also used for gas?
No, water.
Just water. Okay.
Water. Yeah, water.
And I can vouch for, you guys actually did an inspection for one of my clients, a buyer,
Mhm.
and you did point that out. And we did not, there were other reasons, but we did not pursue the house.
Yeah, but see, and she said that we pointed out that there were other reasons that they didn't buy it. But let's say that this is the only reason the buyer doesn't want to buy the house. We've got one right now that we're working with the realtors on it because the buyer says, I still want the house though. Right? So how are you guys gonna deal with it?
Longevity.
Yeah, but if she's saying somebody has to replace the plumbing, but if I'm the listing agent, or if I'm the seller, and it isn't leaking,
Yeah.
how am I gonna fix something that's not broken, right? So one of the things that I would say is that I need to make sure that the seller hasn't already made a claim, taken money, and then I close, and then I can't be the one to get any funds should something happen, right? So what kind of follow-up can be done on that? And to be honest with you, I think you'll surprise most of the sellers. If you list a house and you go, you know what, let's go down and look at your water heater, let's look at the plumbing in there, and you take a picture of the plumbing, and then you get online and you check it out. And for any of you guys that want the updated one, my business card is in there. Just shoot me an email and I'll send it to you by PDF, okay, so you'll have it. And it's got all the issues of the dezigification that's happening and the water pressure. It doesn't stand up water pressure. So if you look at page 3, page 2 or 3 on yours, do you guys have pictures on yours? Yeah, go to page 3. So see the top one? That is where that had a bend in it, right? And so the aluminum, and then it doesn't withhold the pressure.
What if you're on a slab?
What if you're on a slab? It can still break.
I know, but you can't, where do you?
You'll hear the water running. Been there, done that.
Well, You still have plumbing that comes above the slab. If you're, think about that, you've got plumbing that's underneath the sink,
Right.
you've got plumbing
So
in the
that's
water
what-
heater.
that's what I'm thinking.
Right, that, you might have it over by the washer area, by the clothes washer. There should be a line there of some sort. You should be able to see something there. But for sure, the water heater. I think about going through the water heater, the water softener, and looking under sinks.
But if you own a house that's that old, you could have replaced your sink, so the previous owner could replace the
Sure.
water heater, I mean.
Yeah, so the thing is, with the age on here of 1995 to 2007, I'm saying that even after 2007, there could be some of it out there, right?
This may be a question for Jay, but if you're selling your house and you know you have it,
Wait a minute, you guys, what?
you have to disclose that under the.
So Jay, do you have to disclose this? What does the disclosure say about any recalls? If I'm a seller and I don't know about this and my plumbing's not leaking, what would I put on the disclosure? I have nothing to say.
Okay, but
But you know about it.
if you know it to be a potential.
If it's not leaking, it's
Very
not.
moisture.
Right, if it's not leaking, and that's the thing, if it's not leaking, and can we only go by what today is today, right? So, one of the things that we have too, you guys, is we've got, infrared cameras, right? We don't use those on inspections. We use them for specialties, if somebody has a specialty thing they want, but if we walk in, and all of a sudden, we're all concerned about what's behind the walls, how many deals will you guys close? There's gotta be a point at which too much is too much, right? So, I would recommend that, we have a plumber look at it, right? Have a plumber take a look at it if we suspect that it's one of these. So we have Kitech. The fittings that are, they're stamped, NIBCO, NIBCO is another brand of it. That is one that has come up. Durapex has come up. And it also has a class action lawsuit on it. Zernpex is now, Vanguard, Vanex, Aquapex. They're just coming.
Is that in a handout, Patty? People are asking where you're getting that list.
We researched it. I have a research team and they researched it and this is the latest one. But this literally came to me yesterday because I did a presentation today at the real estate office. They wanted me to come and talk to all their agents about it. And so this is a brand new one. The one you have there is one that is a month or 2 months old, and now this is the latest one. This is 9 pages long. If you email me and just say plumbing failures or something to that effect, then I'll just email you the PDF of this, and that way you'll have it. I think the main thing is, when you're looking at inspections and you look under the description of the plumbing, pay attention to what type of plumbing it is. If it's copper, I'm cool. If it's CPVC, I'm cool. If it's PVC, right? If it says polyethylene, let's delve into it just a little bit and see if the inspector, whoever you use, was able to give you a brand name so that you then can see if that brand name has an issue.
Is this a reason a buyer could say, I don't want the house, it affects the longevity and of the house?
Dick's question is this a reason the buyer could say, I don't want the house? Buyers can say anything they want, sellers can say anything they want. Whether that's going to hold up from a judge's perspective, I think for now it's going to have to be case by case, and if you can show there aren't leaks, it's not leaking, I don't know that it would be justification. But kind of like the language I said yesterday, if you're really concerned about this, when you write your purchase agreement, say if the home is plumbed with Kitech materials, buyer may rescind the purchase agreement and get their earnest money back. If you want to look into that up front and really make sure. For right now, that's the best way I know to protect your buyers.
Well, and Kitech was just one of the brands.
Right.
So you got
Polyethylene.
Polyethylene, okay, polyethylene. Now, here's the thing is, I was talking to Phil about this, and I said, so Phil, so in a condo that he's helping somebody with a condo remodel a condo. And I said, so what is the best, what's the best water lines then? What should people be putting in? He said, well, we're putting in polyethylene. I said, what? Why are you putting in polyethylene in this condo that you're helping this person? Why would you put in polyethylene? He goes, because there's brands out there, and there's PEX, right? PEX is good, PEX is different, this is not PEX, right? So PEX is a brand of polyethylene, it's a type of polyethylene, and it's fine. And it doesn't have any of these known defects happening in it. So he's researched it and he's like, no, I'm good with putting this brand in. So it really came down to the manufacturer. You know, and here's the thing is, I guess I think about, I think there were a lot of products a long time ago that lasted a long time, and they were good, solid products. And I think the manufacturers maybe got a little smart, because if we bought it once, we'd never have to buy it again. So if maybe it's a little bit lesser, then maybe we have to rebuy and rebuy, right? And for some reason, I don't know why this product got out there and why it wasn't tested properly. I'm almost more concerned about the fittings, because the fittings go bad really quick because of the desinkification. And some of the pictures that we see where it takes no time at all. If something's not supposed to have oxygen or be water, all right, be by moisture, and then we put it on a plumbing line, what are you thinking, right? So anyway, but I wanted to bring that up to you guys so you guys would have that information. And if you send me an email, I'll make sure that you get that. It'll probably come from Jordan. So, okay, let's go back to this then. All right. So, what?
So we tell our clients, if, you know, to look for this, so that way if there is an issue, they can get on this class action. And, I mean, are you supposed to have a plumber come out for an estimate to get reimbursed? I mean, how do?
No, here's the way the Kitech one is working, okay? So Kitech says, let's say I have a leak right now, right? I have a leak, and I have to call a plumber. I can't wait for Kitech. I gotta call a plumber and say, oh my gosh, I got a leak in the basement, right? They come out, they fix it. I now have a price, right? So I'm putting in an active claim for an active leak, and I'm giving that to Kitech. And then Kitech reimburses per occurrence. They don't reimburse and go, oh, you know what, since you've had 5 separate claims with 5 separate leaks, we're just gonna go ahead and pay you the whole thing, do your whole house. They don't do that.
It's for.
It's per occurrence, per leak. But that's why you gotta put your money in, because after the class action's over with, whatever money's in there, if you've said, hey, my house has Kitech, they're gonna take it and divvy it up and give it to everybody. And I don't know how many people, I mean, 'cause you guys know that. How many people know that? There might be some money there, right? So I know one house over in Clay West that had it, and the price on replumbing, and by the way, they don't pull them out, they don't pull the lines out. They cut off the lines, right, leave them in the walls, empty them, and then they run new plumbing lines. Do plumbers care about drywall? Never have. So $14,000 for the plumbing portion of it, but with drywall and bringing it back to where it's supposed to be, it was a total of 50 grand. Yeah. No. So that's where you get into a little bit of pricing, is in putting the house back together. All right. Main building.